Hey, so I figured for this video, I wanted to give a kind of brief overview of what I have and how I've got them set up now over the past year, getting into trying to learn competitive shooting. I saw a video a couple months ago from Tools and Targets. I wanted to give him a shout out for the idea on this. It was if you could only have 3, which one would they be? And I got to thinking about that and was like, well, actually at this time only have 3. So I figured I'd share those and kind of explain them to you. So we'll start with my pistol. This is a Shadow Systems DR920 Elite, and I've got it set up now with a light for Streamlight TLR1HL. I did a night match a few weeks ago, and that was my first attempt at running a night match, so that was pretty fun. So now I've got it set up with a Holosun 507C with the primary arms ACSS Vulcan reticle. That thing has been pretty good at getting on target quickly and finding the dot. It's been very helpful getting into this. I've changed out a few things. I did manage to get a Johnny Glock's trigger put in here with his new Vex trigger shoe. So it's a for a Glock type pistol, this is probably about as good as you're going to be able to get one, at least according to the few people that have dry fired it and let me know. So far this one is just about finished. I don't really think there's much else I really need to do to it. I do have a I forgot the name of the company. I have a Cube name compensator, QUBE, and but running the matches for IDPA can't run the compensator, so I had to take that off. But it works for now, and running it with the light and a T-Rex arms holster and all my belts set up. So getting the hang of it and just going, learning it as I can and working with what I've got. Next, I've got just a basic Stoeger M3K shotgun. I was really, when I was first looking at shotguns, I had seen that there was a new Benelli coming out, and from what I can tell, it's only available in Europe at the time. So I really wanted to practice. So last year I found one in stock, went ahead and got it. It's already got the extended tube. It's a little heavy compared to a Benelli, but everything else functions like one. I've changed out a few pieces, went ahead and did some trigger springs and added a rail and a little vortex venom on here. So I don't practice with shotgun near as much as I should, but this is set up pretty well and I'm having fun with it, so that's all that really matters right now. But nothing too fancy there. And then next will be my rifle. And this is what I've probably spent the most on. This was what I got started with in January of 2021. So this is actually from F1 Firearms down in Spring, Texas. So I got their complete rifle and then started changing out parts as I wanted to make it more custom for me. So went ahead and put a Trigger Tech AR Diamond trigger in there. Radian safety selector. I was really hoping to get the Radian charging handle, but the one that I wanted I never saw in stock. So right now I'm just running the Geisley supercharging handle. It does probably the same thing, so as far as I can tell, it works just fine. Jumping to the front, I did put on an Apollo from Ultradyne, and I mean, this thing shoots really flat, but really, really loud, and it really throws gas everywhere. If you're on the side of me, it's going to rattle your stomach. I changed out the MFT stock that it come with to the Magpul ACS, and the Magpul, I think the MOE K2 Plus. It's got a good softer grip and bigger round, which helps my hand. I've got a problem with my middle finger where I injured it when I was 6 years old, and I can only bend that finger that much. So getting a good grip has been one of the things I'm seeing is a problem, especially on pistol, but even on rifle. Having a little bit bigger of a grip has made a pretty good difference. And topped it off with a Vortex Razor 1 to 10 on a ScalarWorks mount, and a Valhalla ruck for my red dot. So at the moment, this is just about as finished as it's going to be. I did just recently finally changed out the stock gas block with a JP, and was able to change out the bolt carrier group to a JP low mass system, and I have the JP silent captured spring system as well. So it's just about everything that can be done, besides changing, you know, some of the base components of it have been tweaked and tuned up to where I like it. I mean, it's probably a faster, more effective gun than I am at this point, but I'm starting to get learned on it. Another cool thing that I was thinking about on this, if I could only have 3, idea was obviously an AR is going to be a good pick, because if you know, something happened and you were needing to keep a rifle to do small hunting, and you didn't want to completely blow people up, or blow, you know, rabbits and small game apart, you can always change out the bolt to, you know, the CMMG 22 kit, and then able to run 22 and then 223 in the same rifle. So having a gun like this is almost like having 2 in 1, and able to change things around depending on what you're needing it for, I think makes a much more effective pick instead of one single chambered in something unusual. So having this set up the way it is right now, it is on its way to working well for me for competition. I've done 1 competition so far back in August, and ran fast, but had a lot of hits on no-shoot targets. So I need to slow down and learn to get better hits when I need them. But as of right now, I mean, that trigger, it is pretty well hard to beat that for a good quality, high performance, and fast working trigger. Just put a couple Magpul accessories up on the stock, get a good grip on it, and obviously I run a sling when I need to, and take it off when I don't need it. But those are my 3 picks for, if I could only have 3, I've got the 3 I want right now, and as I get further along into this, I'll be getting more and more, but that's the start on what I've got. And so that's my 3 picks, and we're going to try to race the sun here this evening. It's after the time change, and sunsets in just a few minutes, but I'll try to get a couple quick clips shooting each of them, just so we can have a full video. But if not, wanted to at least explain to everybody what the 3 guns that I use the most often, and we'll see where we go from there. All right, thanks. So I haven't run shotgun much this past summer. I spent most of the summer rebuilding after the flood we had in May. So I've got a little stage set up here with a popper, stationary clay, and then there'll be 1 up in the air, another popper, 1 on the ground, and 2 on the ground on this side. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. Hopefully we get steel, stationary, catch the 1 in the air, and then the steel and the 2 on the ground, and get that last one out of the air. So we'll see how this works. And here we go. So haven't run this in a while, but we'll go ahead and give me a beep so we've got it on the timer. Okay, all right, we'll give this a try now. Ready, stand by. Well, missed the last one, but not too bad, I guess, for not practicing for a couple of weeks. So 7 shots, 7.04 seconds. Okay, so haven't practiced rifle too much this summer either, but we're gonna give it a try. I've got a target down from here about 95 yards, and then over here on the left I've got a short range rifle target from Shoot Steel. So we're gonna give these a try just to get an idea of how this thing's running, and we'll give this a go. So good. All right, here we go. All right, and sometimes I like to run down, get a little movement in. Oop, little twitch. Got to work on that little twitch I've got. So being too close, it's kind of hard to hear the steel over there, but you can see the dirt as it busts the bullet apart and smashes down into the ground there. You can see the dust kind of float up, even though it's still a little muddy here. But like I said, very loud, but shoots very flat, and I really like it. So this one's been a good one to have on hand. So all right, let's get a little pistol shooting in for the evening. Get a little pistol practice in now. So this was a stage that me and my buddy practiced a little yesterday. So from start position, we'll get 2 on the paper, 2 on this little small silhouette on the left, and 2 on that round over there, and run over to the second position, and having to dodge a tree, 2 on the paper, 2 on the left silhouette, and then 2 on the right round, and 2 on the steep angled silhouette. So we'll see how this goes. Haven't run it since yesterday, but we'll give it a try. Good. Alrighty. Ready? Stand by. Ooh, that's coming fast. Okay, so just one little drill that we made up. We'll kind of make up different ones, move things around. Kind of one of the ideas when I made this place was having a few places where I could keep a steel target stationary, and then as we wanted to change it up, I'll take paper targets and move them around where I need them and set up different courses. I can move the steels aren't too hard to move, but ideally those are going to stay mostly where they're at, and then we'll set up different obstacles and things just to make it more challenging and keep trying different things. So, but that's just a little introduction of my shotgun, rifle, and my pistol. So thanks for checking out the video, and we'll see you hopefully on the next one. Bye.